Hello, and welcome back to one more video. Thanks for passing by once again. So I'm Isabelita Castilho. I'm an executive career transition advisor, and I help executives land their next role. So today I'm here to tell you, how do you find a senior executive job posted on LinkedIn? It's straightforward, but if you don't know how to do it, then you don't find it. So I'm here to exactly make that easy for you. So let's go directly into my LinkedIn and let me share my screen with you. So here we are. We are on LinkedIn. As you see, you have all those options on the top of your screen when you are in the home, in your newsfeed, on your homepage. So choose jobs. Now let's go and find jobs. Just press enter when you go in that button. So let me do it again. I know I was a bit too fast, too furious. So here we go. Go back to your homepage. Click on jobs, right? Now here's the, oh, what do I do now? What are all of those things? Well, just go inside of the search here, press enter. Here we go. Now we are where we need to be. Now we can start applying some filters. For some reason, LinkedIn wants me to show jobs in Saudi Arabia, but I will prefer to put worldwide for the time being. There we are. You can, yes, you can do worldwide. Maybe it's a surprise for a few. And as you can see, we have so many filters here. Now, one of the things that people immediately do is start putting job titles. So we start searching here for general manager, or maybe start searching for head of sales. Hey, there are so many keywords that you can find that could lead you to different job titles. You don't want to be labeled to one job title, because each company might have a different way how they call those jobs. So here we go. Let's start by using the example of strategy and put a capital letter, right? You can choose as suggestions here, operations, planning. Let's get one that says sales and strategy and sales, right? I think it's a quite searched for one. Now, when you do strategy and sales, and then you chose worldwide, of course, you're going to have thousands of results. Wait, let's start by doing some filters here. So let's go in all filters. So when you go in all filters, you have the experience level. Well, if you are an executive, you definitely want to choose executive level. So you start seeing the number of results. LinkedIn might start suggesting a few companies. Don't worry about that at the moment. Definitely pick a full-time so you can get high-level qualified jobs for the executives. Now continue going. Now, if you have specific locations that you're looking for, then you can choose one of those locations. Or for now, for the time being, you can just say, you know what, I just want to see all the strategy and sales worldwide, executive level. That's fine. We can start like that. Now, do you have a specific job function? Maybe you want it to be specifically in sales, in marketing. If you do, by all means, you can choose that. But many times it's, you know, executive level can have several functions. So we can leave it open as well. And basically here you can start saying, hey, from all the titles of executives that are in strategy and sales, there are a few recommendations from LinkedIn. Any of those are appealing. I would say definitely none of those, because as you can see, this is not senior level. So let's see what happens when we do like that. Here we go. Strategy and sales, you can start having now some results. Vice president, chief executive officer, managing director, and then you can start taking a look at the companies, but you say, hey, it's still a lot. Of course, we're saying worldwide. So let's start now defining a few of the locations that would be interesting to you. Go back to in all filters. As you go back to all filters, then you can start having some locations here. Here we go. So let's get the example of UK for the time being. We already have 666 results just for the example. And there you are. Now you start having a little bit more of a narrowed search. But perhaps you say, you know what, I don't want any industry, or I don't fit any industry. So fair enough. Why don't you start by identifying all filters, the industries that would be relevant to you? But take a look. You never know. Now, there could be some jobs that really don't make any sense. You say, hey, why is it saying executive? And suddenly it says account manager, Well, it could be a promoted job ad. If it's an ad, LinkedIn will still put it in your results, so you just have to skip it. But as you can see, when we say strategy and sales, other than say chief executive officer, managing director, or senior vice president, you have so much more options to choose from. And again, don't be stuck to job titles. Job titles can vary dramatically across, all continents, especially if you compare Europe and US and UAE or Middle East. It's amazing the difference it can have for functions and seniority. So don't be stuck to job titles. Go more into, specific filters such as executive level, full-time, and then location if a location is important. Otherwise, as before, I did worldwide. And then when you have to add the functions, remember to add and capital letters. This is called Boolean search, in case you don't know about it. And Boolean search means any platform. It can be Google, it can be LinkedIn, it can be in any platform. When you put the capital letter and, or, it will help you. It means that you're telling the system, hey, I want things that show me those two must contain, they must be in that result. So as you can see, strategy and sales. So for instance, sales, and then you scroll down the page, and then it's going to be somewhere here in this description. It's going to mention that there is a strategy related role, right? So it's quite a long description here for us to go through it, but I can not find it right now. But if you go through it, I'm certain it's going to be here, because that's why it's showing to you this result. As I said, sometimes it's a promoted. So I think that was straightforward. Now, remember that maybe today I didn't find anything relevant. A lot of them are related to staffing and recruiting, such as Michael Page is a recruitment firm. So then it is another option. But as I said, before we go and change the search, if you want to specify industries, go in our filters, then go here in industry. So here we go. You have an idea of what type of industries are mostly posting those days, because LinkedIn will recommend to you the ones that show the most. Now you can still add other industries, but there could be or not be any results here. So let's say for the sake of the example, you want to find financial services. So it could be banks, it could be anything related to financial services. So here we go. Now you have 32 results. And there you are, right? You have examples of jobs across the world, because I did say worldwide here as well. So and this could be a promoted job as well. But because we also said the UK, so you're gonna find jobs in the UK as well. Now you need to remember to use those filters. If you wanna reset this button, so you can go here and then basically do show results. Now again, you get 1,300 plus worldwide jobs that have strategy and sales and financial services related. So it's not 100% accurate, but it's much better. And it's something what you can do is set up some job alerts. As soon as you create, click here. I could not create because I already have created a number of job alerts. There is a limitation of about 12. Sometimes I have clients saying they are able to create 20. And sometimes I see clients, they're able to create 12 set alerts for job search. In my case, I have created several for examples and for my clients, so I can no longer set up a job alert, but you can do that. Just all you have to do is click here. And sometimes at the end of the page, you also have this option, create alert for this search. Just tick here and you'll be able to create an alert. Now, let's give another example of how you find a job in specific companies. So let's go back to the home screen, because many times it will not clean up if you try just to reset on that page. So every time you go back to home screen, you start a clean search again. So let's go back now to jobs. And let's say that, remember, click inside of search, press enter. Let's say that you're looking for jobs at specific companies. So let's put here legal, because I know legal is a company that is highly hiring. So legal or legal group. And then you can do, let's say, worldwide. Now, here we go. You're going to say, oh, There are quite a few jobs in legal, yes. But then again, there are different levels of seniority. So if we're looking more for executive level, then again, start using your filters. Here we go. Across the world, jobs in legal at executive level, there are 36. So you can go and take a look, say, hey, what is this reprise doing here? Well, this is definitely a promo, an ad. So it's going to appear anywhere, as I said. So just forget, it's like a mosquito on your way. Just ignore it, right? But basically, legal is showing here. So if you say, hey, I want something at legal, but also I want something related to strategy. So let's see, remember the and capital letter. Let's see what happens. Now you do search. Sometimes if you press enter, it will not do it. So just do search again. Here we go. Legal and strategy worldwide. Then you have quite a few options. Again, ignore the ones that are not legal because, as I said, they are promoted. So LinkedIn will still put it in your list because that's what those companies pay them for, to just make it visible. So that was about how an executive will find a job on LinkedIn. Before we go, so this is a way to do it. If you prefer to identify the company, so let's get again legal, right? So let's go back to legal. And if you want to go in the company page, it's another way to do it. If you have a specific company and you want to go directly to their company, just remember one thing. When you're going to set up a job alert for legal, for instance, the very first thing you want to do for all the companies that you are interested, you want to do a follow. Once you do a follow, that means you're going to be notified in your newsfeed about anything this company posts. So if it's a company of your interest, by all means. Here we go. Now that we're following, you also get an advantage of leads given by LinkedIn. This is a beautiful thing of LinkedIn, because maybe you have legal in mind as one company. Say, hey, what other companies are there similar to legal? Well, LinkedIn is going to give you definitely big names that are within the same industry. So go and explore and start following those companies. Now go in the company page where it says jobs. And now when you see jobs, you have several jobs posted. So you can start by setting up a job search alert. So create a job alert. So let's say you can create, as here it has to be a specific job title. So let's say vice president, right? And then here you put your location. So definitely not going back to Florianopolis at the moment, but I say hello. So now let's say we're looking for, this is for a job search alert only. So you need to be specific. It's compulsory by LinkedIn. So let's say here, Denmark. Guess why? Because of legal, of course. So then I will create a job alert. Now remember, I don't have any more rights to create job alert because here we go. I have reached the limit of 20 active job alerts, but you can do that and it will tell you sometimes 12 or 20. So in this case now, here we go, now it's 20, great. So 20 companies, you can go and do that. Now, at the same time, you can go here and look at all the jobs, right? And then here we go, when you have all the jobs and there are so many in one company, then again, you can start by specifying what we have done before. So again, you wanna put your strategy, and you want to say, and sales, and then it can be worldwide for the time being. So you have 36 results. We're back to where we were before, just from a different, let's say, path, right? So I hope that was helpful to you, right? I do have other videos that all about job postings. How do you go about job postings? But today was more to say, how do you actually find those jobs? Now, what do you do next? Then please watch my videos about how do you make sure your application is seen? How do you apply for a job? I do have a video comprehensive about it. What do we do now that we found the job? So let me know your thoughts. Let me know how you feel about your experience with looking for jobs, executive roles on LinkedIn, and even outside of LinkedIn. And I hope that was helpful to you. I look forward to hearing your thoughts, your comments, your experience. Remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can be notified every time I have a new video available. And I look forward to staying in touch. Thank you very much for watching.